Congratulations, Justin, on your, what was it, 5 months now? Cigarette free?
By the time this episode is out, I think it's going to be 5 months.
Nice,
right
dude.
now it's 4.5-ish, I think.
Yeah,
How are you feeling?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, it's not very good.
You
I
still
would
have those
say-
daily cravings every night before you go to bed?
Well, I don't have that craving that much these days.
Right.
But, well, every time I see someone smoke, or, well, especially if you have someone in your circle that smokes, then, well,
It triggers you.
Yeah, it's tough, man.
triggers me a lot.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
I
actually,
made it
why
that
did
far.
you want to quit in the first place?
Well, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before in our
Right.
podcast. I made it a
Year's
personal
2021
resolution
resolution kind of thing.
sort of. I wanted to be healthier,
Right.
mentally and physically. Well, mentally, that's why I went to a shrink. You all know that.
Right, yes.
But well, physically, well, my schedule and my lazy ass don't really work out that much. So the least I could do is, well, quit smoking, I guess. And well, like that's how my personal feeling is. Like it's still tough. It's
Yep.
not no longer a physical thing. It's more of a psychological thing. I see
Interesting.
someone holding one. And I'm like,
Yeah, and you want to...
Yeah.
I
wanna get some
one
of
as
that?
well. But then if we're trying to be more accurate, I think. Well, there are actually it's very well documented timelines out there
Go for
For,
it.
like,
to describe
cold turkey,
your-
like cigarettes cold
like
turkey.
yeah, a cold turkey or what it actually happens to you when
Right,
you quit
right, right.
smoking. I'm pretty sure you two.
I don't know. I have no
haven't
idea.
Experienced any of that?
No.
I bet you never smoked.
I have never smoked a single cigarette.
Yeah. I would
Or
expect
blunt.
that. Since you're not too familiar, I would allow me to.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, did some research. Well, on those timelines. This is the timeline from health.com and also healthline.com and also a couple more resources that I checked on. So after the first hour of like your last cigarette, like your heart rate you already dropped back to a normal level. Because when you smoke, your blood pressure will actually build, and that's what gives us the head rush or
Right. The nicotine rush.
the feeling of I'm more energetic now.
Right.
I feel like a lot of people, well, usually when it's back then, half the reason why I smoke is like I want that head rush. I want to be more energetic. I want to
Yep.
be less tired, especially if I do like 15-hour shoot, 20-hour shoot, for example, on set. Like cigarette is what keeps me awake. So I'll smoke. I think the most I've smoked is like half a pack or almost 1 pack in one shoot.
How many is in a pack? Like 12?
20.
20 packs. Sorry, yeah, 20
20
packs.
cigarettes.
20 cigarettes
yeah.
a day.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of normal for an addict.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, let's go back to that timeline, right?
Yep. Okay. After 1 hour, heart rate goes back to normal. Your blood pressure drop. 2 days. Within 2 days, just 48 hours, like your taste and sense, like your sensibility will heighten.
Makes sense.
Because
Makes sense.
whenever you smoke, it actually messes up your taste bud. Some research will say that it changed your size of your taste bud. So when it recovers, then everything will taste better. Or some would say that nicotine actually blocks out some of your nerve ends.
Okay.
Interesting.
It mess up your nerve ends, so you don't taste as much.
Yeah.
Isn't that a pros for someone like you?
No. Well,
Now you can.
That- I would definitely say so,
I'm
yeah.
already skinny, but but then like what makes it all the more amusing when you consider the fact that like cigarettes company used to market cigarettes as a weight loss product. I don't know if you know that.
I did not know that. Wow.
Like back in the 80s or
Like Mad Men
Straight
era.
from Mad Men,
Yeah,
straight
yeah.
from
Yeah,
Don
it's like
Draper
Don
bullshit.
like they would have like slogans like to keep a slender figure, no one can deny. Reach for a lucky instead of a sweet. Which is all very problematic and all kinds of mess up in
Yeah.
today's standard. But that is the slogan for Lucky Strike for a long time. But then, yeah, it makes sense. Well, you don't want to eat when food doesn't taste as
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
yeah.
And actually, yeah, I guess when I used to smoke a lot, and when people on set smoked a lot, like, we don't eat that much because, well, it's stressful, right? So I smoke a cigarette, I don't feel as
Stressed.
no, I don't have the incentive to eat that much. I feel like I have the feeling of I'm kind of full, or
After a
I
cigarette?
don't have the urge to eat that much.
Interesting. So it actually kind of numbs your palate and kind of makes you feel.
I think it's not
satiated.
just about the palate. Just like caffeine does
Ah.
suppress your urge to eat,
Yeah.
and that's why people
Interesting.
drink a lot of caffeine when they fast.
Yeah.
It's more like a head rush, more of a
Yeah.
the chemical side of things.
Yeah,
It's not just
interesting.
all with the taste.
Yeah.
Okay, but day 3 or till day 5, which is, well, if anyone listening to this have attempted to quit smoking, would known to be the shittiest days.
Day 3.
Yeah, because I usually, I've attempted to quit smoking for no less than 10 times before
That's common. That's
before
common.
this attempt, which is the longest run, 5 months. And because, well, that is where the nicotine withdrawal actually kicks in. Like, apart from the emotional stuff, like I'll get really irritated or somewhat depressed because I'm like, oh, all the nicotine is out of my system now. There's no thing that gives me the kick. So I would like really like trigger, easily trigger, very irritated, very angry sometimes. And well, there's also a thing called a quitter's flu.
Quitter's flu.
Have
Quitter's
you heard
flu.
of this?
No, I have not heard of it.
So
Me neither.
it's
You actually get
so
flu?
It's actually like you get symptoms that feels like you're having a flu.
Right.
Interesting.
Like you get headache, you might get dizzy, you might want to puke.
Do you get a fever?
Some kind of
Not
withdrawal
fever.
syndrome, right?
Yeah, withdrawal syndrome,
right.
basically. Like you sweat a lot,
Cold
you
turkey.
cough a lot. Like that's the cold turkey.
Right.
And well, I think I actually experienced my first quitter flu. It was when I was 20 years old. So I was like,
Really?
I was year 3.
Interesting.
I remember this very clearly. I was seeing someone at the time, and of course, well, not of course, but not a lot of people like a smoker boyfriend. So
Right.
At the time, she was like, "Oh, maybe you should quit smoking." I was like, maybe I'll try quit smoking." Day 1, day 2, all right, I guess. Day 3 comes around. I was bed bound.
Oh gosh.
I couldn't lift my bed. I was
Wow.
I feel so sick that I couldn't leave my bed. I didn't know why. I thought I got a flu or catch a cold. Like I was really, really feeling bad. I wanted to puke, sweating a lot. So, but then a friend like came over to visit me. Like, oh, how are you doing? Like, I was like, I feel like I'm about to die. Like a very bad flu. Like, and so I was like, oh, you want to go smoke a cigarette? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm sick. How would you want me to? Like, it was like, oh, like, but you haven't smoked for a couple of days, right? I was like, yeah. But then just go for a smoke. Maybe I'll feel better. And I feel better after.
After you. Oh my gosh.
It's like gone. Well, like it's only till recently when I started doing research on like this episode that I was like, oh, that is a quitter flu.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so,
I see.
yeah.
I see.
Like, oh, and there's one thing when you
Right.
start to quit smoking, you actually cough a lot more than you do
What?
before.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
interesting, right? The thing is, when you smoke on a regular basis, your
Yeah.
lungs and your what is it called? Bronchitis, like
Yeah.
Bronchitis.
is
Yeah,
so used to having
Bronchus. Yeah.
dirt in your lung that they
Alveoli.
won't have the need to clear it out to detox. Like you can train your lungs to
Gosh.
to
That's messed up.
because it happens too often, right? Your body is used to having the toxic lung is the new normal. So your lung won't feel the need to detox.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will cough a whole lot because your body is trying to reset itself and get rid of the nicotine or the dirt or the nasty shit. But most people will tell you, or medically, if you get past the first 3 to 14 day ish, it's all psychological from there, and it should be smooth sailing. Which
Yeah.
I guess it's true because, these days, even though I do crave a cigarette from time to time, I don't have the. It doesn't bother me physically. It's more like I kind of.
It's more of a mental challenge rather than
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
physical desire.
It's
or
more
need.
about my friend is smoking. I was like, I kind of want to ask for one. Not
You
like,
gotta fit in, man.
it's not like I'm shaking physically. Oh my
Yeah,
God, I need
okay.
to have that. But yeah, after months, just 1 month, 30 days, your lung function will already start to improve, and which is very noticeable for me, because at the time it was about that time Niall or as known, Young Heisen
Yeah.
and we had the whole let's work
Let's go
out,
for a run, right? Yeah.
let's
I
not
heard about
lock
that too.
ourselves
Yeah.
and work on our art stuff all day long, and that 2K run at
Mm-hmm.
Guntong is a lot easier. Whereas, well, when I first tried that, when I was still smoking, I felt like I literally just 2K run.
Yeah.
I pant for like half an hour. It took me like half an hour to an hour
Yeah.
to feel better. But well, since I quit smoking, it's just like 5 minutes, I guess. Take a 5 minutes breaks, and I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you've